Greetings. Welcome to EDTV News Channel, the People's Channel. In this report, we'll talk about Dr. Kevin Blake, Commissioner of Police, versus MICKEL Jackson, Jamaica for Justice Executive Director. Stay tuned for the full report. Blessings to all subscribers and viewers. If you're here for the first time, you can support the channel by like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. So people, it's Police Commissioner Kevin Blake versus MICKEL Jackson, the Executive Director of Jamaica for Justice. And them in a war of words, people. Now, MICKEL Jackson came out and says too much fatal police shooting for 2025. And we also know the number in 2024, which was 189. Now, Kevin Blake didn't agree with what MICKEL Jackson said. And therefore, they came up with war of words. Now, people, may I make you hear what Kevin Blake said, the police commissioner. I'm going to hear what MICKEL Jackson said. But before we get to that point, people, listen to this. Kevin Blake, as a police commissioner, is doing a fantastic job. You know, for a very short period of time. And we have to give him props for that. You know what I'm saying? You know, compare to the last police commissioner we have, Anthony Anderson, who lasted for 8 years. And so far, Kevin Blake on that year is doing a better job. You know what I'm saying? So we have to give the commissioner props for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, me a lot of people now, they want to say some things where, you know, in my personal opinion, no right against MICKEL Jackson, because what she said, in my opinion, she never said anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? And in the so what she said over and over. Now, MICKEL Jackson said that too much fatal police shooting, you know, without body-owned cameras. And Kevin Blake himself agreed to that. So that simply means them on the same level playing field. You see me? Now, people, when Kevin Blake respond to MICKEL Jackson report, he told her that she must focus on criminals not relevance. And that was a kind of a very ignorant way, I would put it, for the police commissioner to respond in that way. You know what I'm saying? Because she never said anything wrong, people. Listen, man. No, people. Body cameras must be worn by the police at all times, period. It should be mandatory. And there is no excuse in 2025 for police not to be wearing body cameras. The next thing I want to say to people out there is that no citizen of Jamaica is going to be having a problem with the police when them take out criminals and killers. You get what I'm saying? The only people them in Jamaica are citizens who is going to have a problem with that is criminal themselves. But the argument, the narrative is that officers should wear body cameras at all time. Kevin Blake himself said the Jamaica Constabulary Force spent over $3 billion on body cameras. And them said them have 750 activated. So the question is, why are these officers not wearing body cameras? It should be mandatory, people. No, people. Even though Kevin Blake, the commissioner, is doing a wonderful job, I don't want him to make it sound like all of his officers are saints. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Blake, you have lots of criminal police officers in the JCF. And you know that too. You get what I'm saying? Yes. And also, you have lots of decent police officers in the JCF. But you have to weed out these bad apples. You get what I'm saying? Now, body cameras is another level of protection for both the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the citizen of Jamaica. And we just want to say this to all of the people them out there who don't want, are not encouraging the police officers for pin on them body cameras. Anytime it knock on your door where you lose your family members, your brother, your sister, your kids, your uncle, your nephew, innocently, the same place that you was smiling, you go back there and cry. You get what I'm saying, people? Body cameras must be worn by all police officers, period. There is no excuse. Why would the JCF spend $3 billion on cameras and still not wearing them? It protect the police. It protect the citizen. You know what I'm saying? We see these demonstration people all the time in these communities where if the police wear body cameras and put out the video out there will be no demonstration in these communities. What are they going to demonstrate about? When them say, when the police come for gunman are fire upon them, and the police, them doing them job where they train for and take them out. So there is no argument about that, people, and there will be no demonstration. No, we just come up with one point, because we can't come up with a lot. But in the last year, December, 2 police officers take out 3 men at a gas station. And their initial report was that it was an attempted robbery. You know what I'm saying? They were at an ATM machine, and these men tried to rob them, and it ensued in a shootout. And when Indicom come and investigate the cameras, people show that it was whole murder. It wasn't no shootout. Evidence says they also plant the guns. So, if there were no cameras, people, those 2 police would be on the street now, carrying out the same act, because now them say them get away with that. You know what I'm saying? And even though those 3 men that was taken out, they weren't innocent either. They were criminals. You know what I'm saying? But them say 2 wrong to make a right. It wasn't no shootout. And these 2 police officers is still in jail now, charged for a triple dropout, and they will be going to prison. You get what I'm saying, people? So, body-worn cameras is the next level of protection for both officers and the citizen of Jamaica, period. You know what I'm saying, people? No, people. We'll read a little bit of the article. I'm going to hear what Kevin Blake says. Police Commissioner Kevin Blake has rejected Jamaicans for Justice JFJ criticism over the high rate of fatal police shooting, arguing that the rights group is misguided and seeking relevance. In a video statement released on Friday, Blake said he strongly supports the view that the number of fatal shootings is too high, but insisted that the blame should be directed at criminals who engage security forces with deadly force. Listen to the commissioner.
I've taken note of the Jamaican for Justice's condemnation of what they described as intolerable number of fatal shootings by the security forces. I strongly support the view that the number of fatal shootings is too high. However, the call is wrongly directed and should be aiming at those who make the decision to challenge a far more superior force. And so let me encourage the Jamaican for Justice to be more responsible in their public pronouncements, especially when the nation is aware of its members' proven ability to comprehend the most basic and fundamental principles of security. To suggest that fatal shooting numbers can be reduced by anything other than the unwillingness of persons being apprehended to engage in deadly confrontation with members of the security forces is irresponsible, or at best, advocating for us to relent in our pursuit. We again reiterate the point that those who seek to kill and maim will not be left free and unobstructed to hold communities at ransom and in constant fear. It means we make no apology to stand between these murdering thugs and the people of this country. We also wish to reiterate the idiocy of these criminal elements in seeking to engage the security forces with deadly force and expect not to be responded to with similar force. Ladies and gentlemen, our prisons and police lockups are fully populated with persons who have made the smarter choice of surrendering peacefully to the police. We have had well over 1,000 firearm-related arrests each year. Persons have had their day in court and have, in some instances, been freed of the charges against them. They have all lived to see another day, simply because they choose not to direct deadly force against our members. We have had police officers and soldiers killed and seriously injured in some of these confrontations. It is mandated by policy that every incident of fatal shooting must be followed by a removal from frontline duty and an administrative review. This takes police that would normally be out to protect you, the citizens, off the street. And so, yes, we agree. We need to have less fatal shootings. And so I call upon JFJ to demonstrate to the public that your care is more for the well-being of our citizens and less for the relevance of your organization. And it is hard for me to think otherwise when I know JFJ is fully abreast of the facts. Finally, as I wrap up, this constant call for there to be more accountability over the JCF is in itself a slap in the face of INDECOM. Be reminded that that is their single most important mandate. And let me be absolutely clear, lest I am misunderstood or misquoted. I am a full supporter of what INDECOM stands for. An effective INDECOM assures me that those among us who believe that they are free to break the law will be held to account and be removed from within our ranks. The JCF's effectiveness depends on this. However, I am concerned that the JFJ supports the idea that INDECOM's investigation is being hampered because we do not have body-worn camera footage to present to them, even while they have more than 60% of what is required to complete an investigation. And this includes statements from our members who are involved, ballistic information, report on the circumstances surrounding the case, and primacy over the scene. We in the JCF do not have the luxury of taking that position. So let me take this opportunity to reiterate the point that we have been making for some time. We will continue to use our superior intelligence gathering capabilities. We will continue to utilize our superior investigative capacity. We will use our superior operational capabilities, and we will go out and confront those who seek to destabilize our communities by wielding the threat of violence and terror. It continues to be our intention to bring those marauding criminals to justice so that they can have their day in court. Our track record of bringing violent criminals before a judge is beyond question. However, let me say again, when the police come for you, do not raise your weapons against us. Lay down your weapons and have your day in court. But should you choose the foolish option of challenging us with lethal force, know this: I do not train my police to lose. We have the superior training and firepower to ensure that we win every time. Let me encourage every Jamaican who truly believes in justice to work alongside the Jamaica Constabulary Force to continue our mission to bring down violent crime even further this year. And let's create a society where we can all feel safe.
So now you hear the commissioner people. Me make you hear MICKEL Jackson, the Executive Director of Jamaica for Justice. Listen.
We do find it quite unfortunate that the Commissioner has seemingly chosen to issue a blanket defense of every incident resulting in fatality. I would remind the public that there are several instances where the police officers have acted unlawfully, which is why some matters have gone before the courts and police officers have been held to account. So to challenge JFJ and its call for accountability is something that I find deeply concerning coming from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. There is no way we should be looking at a call for accountability as something where an organization is seeking relevance or somehow soften crime. Nothing could be further from the truth. And that is why we take some offense to some of the statements that the police commissioner made.
So you hear what she said, people. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I don't see she say anything wrong. Because, you know, I've said this over and over. Pin on the body cameras on these officers. You have a planned operation. Why can't the officers pin on them body-worn cameras? It's supposed to be mandatory. Everywhere them a go. That means when them do them job, accountability, transparency, you know what I'm saying? The citizens of Jamaica can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Them a carry out them operation and the criminals them fire upon them and then return the fire and take them out. That's what it is. They are trained to do their job. But the public want to see it. You get what I'm saying? Because as I said, people, back in December, the initial report that the two police officers gave was that it was a robbery ensuing in a shootout. And them take out the 3 men. But the camera show different. You get what I'm saying? So it's just simple. You spend the money, the 3 billion, for the cameras, make the officers them wear it mandatory. Period. Argument done. You know what I'm saying? So this war of words between the police commissioner and the executive director of Jamaica for Justice, people, is the same thing Indocom say over and over and over. You get what I'm saying? Me said the other day, a police officer went to a female house and in videotape the woman in her birthday clothes and then impose it online. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Them don't want them wear body camera, but you can't take out your phone out of your pocket and video somebody in a them birthday suit, in a them own house. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So, nobody now say Kevin Blake as the commissioner is not doing a good job. He is doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? And the officers is responding to him. The previous commissioner, Anthony Anderson, the officers wasn't responding to him. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the government did make a mistake for putting Anthony Anderson as a soldier man, you know what I'm saying? And the police, them gonna say, them need one of their own. So they make the right decision now if you don't get no more ex-soldier. Get one of them own. And he's doing a fantastic job. The officers are responding to him. And that is good news and bad news for the criminals. You get what I'm saying? But the argument, the narrative is the officers must wear body cameras. It's supposed to be mandatory. And anybody, as a citizen of Jamaica, no one the officers them wear body cameras, something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? So as we said before, the same place where you not laugh. And when the police them take out for your family members innocently, you go back same place go cry. You see me, I say, people, this is 2025. You know what I'm saying? So the war of words between, MICKEL Jackson and the commissioner, they're supposed to sit down, you know what I'm saying, and talk out that, people. And in the come also discuss it and say, yes, we have to do a better job. We're going to get the officers to start wear them cameras mandatory. And the argument done. We don't see no argument over it. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Jamaican citizen, them applaud Kevin Blake as a commissioner for do a good job. Nobody now say him not do a good job. He is. And the officers, them will respond to him. And that is good news. But bad news for the criminals, them. You know what I'm saying? Accountability, transparency. That means when you say a man point a firearm at you, or when you say gunmen engage you in a shootout, people want to see it. You get what I'm saying? People want to see it. So when you come and report and say that, and almost that, because we see it happen before. 2 of your police officers is presently in a jail right now, soon to be tried for a triple murder. And then them did say it was a shootout. And it wasn't a shootout. Them take them out cold. And them plant gun upon them. Even though, as me say, those 3 men weren't sane. They were criminals. You get what I'm saying, people? So the argument is this. All officers should wear body cameras anywhere they may go. Anywhere. Every day. It should be mandatory. Period. You get what I'm saying, people? And we can't talk many more about officers who caught up in a wrongdoing that caught on camera, people. You know what I'm saying? Not because the police come and report, say, I saw it go. That means, say, yes. We all believe, say, yes, I saw it go. No. You get what I'm saying, people? And, people have to just understand, say, all citizens of Jamaica have no problem when the police them take out the criminals them. Trust me. The only citizens of Jamaica have problem when the police take them out is the criminal themselves. Trust me. Even some of these communities where you say the police them go take out criminals, and you will say some women come out and demonstrate, them glad people. But the only thing, them have to come out, come demonstrate. Them send out the woman them all the time to come cry and demonstrate. And some of them people, if you seen them art, them glad say them take them out. The police take them out. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? That's how the garrison run. And we have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? But we want to see all officers in a Jamaica wear body cameras. Period. No matter what Kevin Blake will come around and say, him need to pin up body cameras on his officers. Argument done. So MICKEL Jackson never said nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And also, the commission never really say anything wrong either. The only thing we see him do, he might try go round the wearing of body cameras. And in the come, Say it over and over. I'm gonna see in the come and beat the police. Say them not do them job. The only thing we see in the come and say, put on the camera. Even when you not go on special operation, then put on it. And then refuse people. You know what I'm saying? So the people them just have to understand. Look into this carefully. You know what I'm saying? We want the police them carry out them job. You know what I'm saying? We want them to carry out them job. We want them to do it right also. Put on the body camera. That men when those report and say, when stop a car and then the man them start fire at you, and we have to return the fire and lay them flat upon them back, we see it. Yes, we see it. Because you see, you know, people, the police don't want to wear body cameras. But when anything happen, a shooting or anything, and them come on the crime scene, the first thing them want, find out if business people have any cameras on them building or people house. So, come on. So why you ask for camera if you don't want to wear phone a camera? Wear it. You saw me as a people, period, and it's done. Argument done. You know what I say? The police commissioner should just understand and work in the right way. And just say, yeah, it's true. Because him agree with MICKEL Jackson that it's too much fatal shooting. So both of them are on the same plane, level playing field. You get what I'm saying? So Commissioner have to just understand that. Put on the body cameras on your officers. Tell me in the comment section what you think. One aim, one God, one destiny. Walk good, talk good, live good. Blessings.